Hey there, and welcome back to Vida. Now, last week we talked about possible new research for Alzheimer's disease, and so we've actually got some really unique brain exercises that you can do all in an effort to help improve your overall memory, cognition, and creativity. Now, most of us use LinkedIn. Well, according to LinkedIn.com, it can apparently really help to improve our memory when we practice crossword puzzles. The site says that this is a great way to delay memory decline whenever there's a case of someone suffering with preclinical dementia. And the good thing is that there are a lot of memory apps that we can use and download on our phones and digital devices so that we can teach our brains to grow in memory, but in a fun way. The site says Sudoku can also be a creative way to get those dendrites going and can really have a positive effect on cognitive function. A good old game of checkers is also a fun way to practice memory recall, and apparently those who indeed play more memory games, including puzzles, do have an overall better memory than those who do not. Very interesting. And there are also, of course, different types of puzzles out there, including jigsaw puzzles, which are not only a good way of passing the time, but they can definitely help to keep the brain healthy and active, those in particular. The website also says that using different types of puzzles, like we mentioned, can really help to improve our perception, but also mental rotation, working memory, reasoning, and other functions of the brain. Meaning that engaging in all of these can really help to essentially work out our brain to decrease the process of its aging. And get this, socializing is also a great way to mentally engage your cognitive creativity. See, it uses parts of your brain that can really have great benefits in avoiding dementia, Alzheimer's, as well as general memory loss. The site says that when we take part in social activities for cognitive health, it can happen in various forms, including those that you might have already heard of, and of course, learning something new can help too. So when we learn a new hobby, game, sport, instrument, whatever the case may be, it forces our brain to demand work from various parts of the mind, thereby enhancing memory function. Photography, yoga, knitting, exercising, and dancing are some other ways that we can keep our brains active. And interestingly enough, sleeping can even have an impact on our brain health and our memory. See, the site says that as an adult, we need between 7 and 9 hours of sleep each night, and that even though many people can and do function on less, it's not really that healthy for our brains. The site says that when our bodies are indeed properly rested, we can help our brains boost memory recall, reduce mental fatigue, regulate metabolism, and so much more. So definitely keep that in mind the next time you set your alarm clock for the next morning. Maybe just try to make sure you're getting indeed the proper amount of rest so your body can, of course, increase your brain memory. All right, well, we hope these tips definitely have helped spark some new insight into your brain and the way it works, and we'll have a lot more in store for you next time on Vida. But for now, that's all we've got. Thanks again so much for hanging out with us, and don't forget to follow our team, as always, on social media to see what's coming up next on the show, and for your chance at your comment or question to possibly be featured on air. And as always, you can always visit valleycentral.com to rewatch some of today's segments. We'll have a lot more in store for you on Vida. We'll see you then.